Movie thoughts. Sausage Party is Seth Rogen's animated film about consumer products that have came out of a supermarket that are actually alive, and they are in the reality. Their reality is that we, the humans, take them to the promised land to, I don't know, to their version of afterlife, I guess. It is a very dark humor style of thinking, and it is very adult. There's a lot of sexual references, sexual innuendos. There's a lot of clever jokes that are placed in this. And it is based on Seth Rogen's character, which is a sausage, who goes on a journey to discover the truth about what really happens in the great beyond. So he effectively finds out that humans are devouring food and consuming products at their willy-nilly for very dark reasons, and it's then his mission to stop humans doing this and to save all of his friends and all of his products.
I have to try. Everyone will die otherwise. Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
The jokes, like I said a minute ago, the jokes in this are very clever, and like I was chuckling quite a lot through this film. It is a very funny film. It feels fresh. It feels sort of ingenuitive. Although some of the products that, in fact, a lot of the products that the film's characters are based on, I don't quite understand because we don't get some of the products in the UK. So that's possibly a negative against this, is the fact that it is definitely based on American products and American foods. Having said that, there are, there are foods from all over the world, but it feels like it's foods that you would get in America as opposed to, say, the UK or France or anywhere in Europe or Africa or anything like that. It feels very much for the UK, and that's fine. Like, very much for the US, and that is completely and utterly fine. Like, obviously, you can't base it everywhere, and you can't please everyone. So it is an American film, and it's based in America. So that is, you know, I'm completely fine with that. I just wanted to point out that some of the jokes did go over my head, though. I'm man enough to admit that. Overall, like, the story is actually fairly clever because it takes you through this supermarket, and the different products that Seth Rogen's character meets is generally actually fairly cool. There's a lot of different character arcs, and there's a lot of different characters, and they all fit in really well. And I think that the character arc itself of all of the characters, they all seem to develop at the same pace, and like it doesn't feel too rushed in places. And I'm not so keen on the animation itself. It's okay, it's not bad, it's fine. I don't mind the animation. The voice acting, though, that was great. I did especially enjoy, like, Christian Wiig and Ed Norton. In fact, so much that I didn't really realise that it was them until the credits, and I was like, oh, right, yeah, okay. The ending I wasn't actually fulfilled with. I thought it was kind of a little bit over the top, and a lot of the crude humour and the crude jokes, there's a big payoff at the end. It felt a little bit too forced. The final ending just felt like that little bit too forced, and they open it up at the end for a sequel, possibly, and that felt a little bit added on as well, stuck on. So it does struggle in the end, and there are parts of the second act where it just, like, kind of halts a little bit, the story-wise. As far as, like, the animation, like I said, it is fine. I wasn't too keen on the design of the buns. That's the only thing I didn't like. I liked all the other characters, it was just the buns that I didn't like. Overall, I've got to try and make this a summary. It is a good film. Possibly, like, a lot of the humour I did like, but, I think maybe I've grown out a little bit of this style of humour, like the South Park, the Family Guy sort of sexual innuendo humour. I think I'm getting too old for it now, maybe? I don't know. But I did enjoy it, and I did find it funny in a lot of the places. Sausage Party is gonna get a 7 out of 10. An all-round good film. It's worth a see if you like darker humour. So yeah, go and see it if you're interested in it. It's definitely worth it. I think it's one of Seth Rogen's better pieces. He's done a lot worse. Like, same with Jonah Hill. I think it's one of his better pieces as well. He plays a very interesting character. And it wasn't what I was afraid it would be. It wasn't just like constant sketch after sketch after sketch. It had a solid story that went all the way through it. And that was good. I'm glad of that. Anyway, guys, until next time, I'll see you then.